Hello and welcome to a new episode of Inside the Song. My name is Andre Tonelli, and as always in this series of videos I take one of my songs and use it to show you a real-life application of a guitar technique or a musical idea or concept, and we do it by taking it from the theoretical level all the way down to a real-world application in a song. Today's song is called Powerword Fantastic, and it's a title track from my 2008 album of the same name. And the reason I use my own songs is first of all to satisfy my big guitar player ego, but I also have to satisfy YouTube's copyright claims department. And that way we can be sure that these videos will be up for years to come and hopefully more people will benefit from them. So this song, Powerword Fantastic, is a good example of how you can use pinch harmonics or artificial harmonics, which are usually a very chaotic and random technique, in a very specific and deliberate way. In this chorus that you're going to hear now, I mix regular notes with notes generated by the pinch harmonics that are in total agreement with the melody that I'm playing. All right, so before we go any further with the analysis, let's just hear it. There you have it. I know a lot of you are already familiar with this technique, so you didn't have any trouble, hearing those high notes, and those were the pinch harmonics. But if you're new to it, the idea behind these harmonics is very simple. You play a note as you always would, but then after hitting the string with the pick, you touch it lightly with the flesh of your thumb. And you have to be light, because otherwise you stop the string from ringing, right? So you have to be very light. And depending on where you do it on the string, it will sound different and it will produce different notes. And it goes like this. Very simple. Let me show it to you from close-up. So now that you have your technique down, let's just talk very briefly about what notes we are generating. These are not random notes. They're actual specific notes that you can then use melodically, as in the case of this song. So let's just start from a very simple starting point, which is a C on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. And as you can see, I'm getting all these notes. Now, if you've practiced your ear training, if you've done your homework, then you'll know what intervals I'm generating, and depending on the key of your song, you'll know which ones you can use and which one you cannot. But if this is a bit hard for you, let me just give you a little trick. Play just any harmonic, like this one. Now, if you know your ear training, you'll know it's a 5th, but if not, just move your finger along the fretboard. This sounds like that, right? It's the same note, and it's a G. Now, if you want to make, be absolutely 100% sure, you can just keep moving up to high Gs, and you'll hear it. It's the same note. So that way you'll know, okay, well, if I'm playing in C, I know here's a G, and you can repeat that throughout, and you'll find several notes. Now, for example, if you find an E, then you'll know, because it's a pretty strong harmonic, you'll know that you can't use it in a C minor song, right? And if you find a major 7th, you know you can't play it on a C minor 7th chord, and so on. So that's the important thing. Otherwise, it will sound like crap. So let's move on to the song. The song is played on the 3rd string in this case in the beginning, and I'm playing a very simple B flat to C with a bit of rhythm. I'm actually using a wah pedal, so let's do it properly. And I'm using the spot right here over the pickup, and it gives me an octave. And then I just hit the bar to give it a bit of movement. Then it goes on with a phrase. And it works its way up to G now. G on the 12th fret of the 3rd string. So now I have to go look for a G, which is right there. And when I hit the G, I can do the same trick with the bar. And then from here I can play another phrase. And then I find another C on the 17th fret of the 3rd string. And then I just continue and finish the song with a very simple phrase. Right? But those 3 harmonics are octaves. They're always the same note that I'm playing with my finger, and it's 2 octaves higher. So there's a specific place where these octaves occur. And as you move along the fretboard, everything you found, for example, if you found that the octave is here and the 5th is there, it will shift, right? That's the problem. It keeps moving with you. And it doesn't move proportionally. So if I'm moving like a hand width, maybe 5 or 6 frets, it doesn't shift the same up here. It shifts actually a lot faster. So you're kind of chasing notes around a lot. And you really have to get it into your fingers and into your ear and develop an instinct to find the notes at the right time. Okay, that's the only trick. And the only way to do it is to actually play it and maybe move away a little bit from playing so randomly, which is also, as I said, a lot of fun. But if you want to master this, you really have to be deliberate and go like, okay, I want to find an octave. And so you find the octave of this note right here over the pickup. And then I move on to the G, and the G is a lot different. The G is kind of in between the pickups, and you have to be very precise. And so on, and you will eventually develop an instinct for it, and it will be a lot easier. All right, so I hope you found this useful and interesting, and I'm sure you'll be able to take it a lot further with just a little bit of practice and effort. And as always, you'll find a link to the full song, and I suggest you give it a listen a few times, and that way you'll be able to, if you want to try and copy it, just to get your chops ready, then your ear will know where you're going, and that's a lot easier than just fishing for notes. All right, so that's my advice. As always, if you've enjoyed the video, please do subscribe, like, comment, and all that good stuff, because it will help spread the word a little bit on these videos, and hopefully more people can benefit from them. All right, thanks a lot, and I'll see you very soon with a new one. Bye-bye.